what a difference a year makes. And boy, let me tell you, what a difference does a year truly make, because holy cow, it has been a roller coaster of emotions. It has been filled with so many ups and so many downs. I have failed so many times I can barely count. But I have also risen, and I have accomplished more than I ever thought I could accomplish. Last year, I attended MLC. I was right out there. I was a year and a half into coaching, and I had already changed so much from that girl the girl that I once was, the girl before I started coaching. I was so different from her. I was so different from the girl working full-time and going to school full-time that just had anxiety about day-to-day activities. I was so different from the girl that could barely afford her bills, yet alone run a business. I was so different from that girl that was living in her mom's basement, just trying to help her mom pick up the pieces from a divorce that had lasted almost 3 years. From that girl that almost had disgust towards herself and who she was becoming. From that unhealthy party girl that had a bad habit of starving herself and binging later. No one knew what I was going through on the inside. No one knew what I was struggling with because I kept a brave face. But deep down, I was searching for so much more. I wanted so much more with my life. I didn't want to work a 9-to-5 job. I was so tired of everyone telling me this is the typical route. This is what you have to do. I wanted to be in control of my own life. I wanted to take control. So when I found coaching, it quite literally saved my life. It was the light in all the chaos. It was everything I was searching for and more. Did I have doubts? Of course I did. I had no idea what I was doing. I was a complete mess. I was a disaster. I really didn't know or think that I was cut out for this. But I did have one feeling that I had not felt in so long, and that was hope. Hope that this could be something for me and this could be so much more. And I believed it in my bones that this was going to do that for me. So I attended NLC. I had already grown so much. I had accomplished so much. And I really didn't quite know what else I could accomplish because I was a go-getter from the start. But not because I knew what I was doing, because I definitely did it, but because I was so desperate. I was so desperate to take control of my life. So, attending NLC, I really was just kind of stagnant in my business because I didn't know what more could be done of me, because I had already accomplished so much and I had already grown so much. But I kind of sat there in the audience and I could either choose the option of just, settling. Just being like, okay, this is where I am at in my business. I can't really grow from this, whatever the case may be. I don't know what is next for me. I don't know how to step up my game. But NLC is the reason why I stepped up my game. NLC is the reason why I pushed past those fears and those excuses, and I just had the year that I had. NLC is truly what made me realize that, I didn't think that I could be the next Ashley Molstead. I didn't think that I could be the next Amy Bailey. I didn't think any of that. But then I realized sitting at NLC that I didn't even want to be them. I wanted to be the next Kelsey Hill. And that was my mission. And that was what I was going to do. So NLC, I made a decision. I made a decision that I was going to go all in. No more doubting myself, no more fears, no more limiting beliefs. I was going to pour my heart and my soul into my business because I deserved that, my team deserved that, my family deserved that. So I knew that I had a lot to do. I knew that I had to grow so much. And I had to make this big mentality shift because I had ended the year as a I had ended the year as an elite team, so 5-star diamond elite team, 2018. But I wasn't really happy with where I was at. I wasn't happy at all. I wanted so much more, and I knew that I could do so much more than that. Yes, it was awesome in the eyes of others, but my team culture wasn't there. Just, my belief in myself wasn't there, and I needed to step up my leadership game. I needed to really just put myself out there more. And that's exactly what I'm going to be talking to you guys about today, how I stepped up my leadership game. I'm going to take a drink of water. Okay, we're good. Okay, so the first thing I did in order to step up my leadership game is I used the Success Club tracking system. And you guys, I use that thing every single day, but I realized that, it wasn't gonna cut it. I needed to do more. If I wanted to go big or go home, if I wanted to accomplish all the things that I wanted to accomplish, I had to step up my game. So I 10 times my efforts. I 10 times them so much, and I just started doing more of the things. I also realized that my coaches, they were gonna do half the work that I did. So I really had to step up. I had to 10 times my efforts so they could see and they could accomplish. I had to almost, pave the way for them. So that's exactly what I did. I also realized that the Success Club tracking system helped me stay on track with my vital behaviors. I know that when I am on track with my vital behaviors, I am on track with my business. And not only that, well, my coaches saw me doing my vital behaviors, showing up every single day. Well, they're gonna do that because, again, I have to pave the way for them. I am a direct reflection of my team, and I can't expect them to do something if I'm not doing it. Since the Success Club tracking system was a game changer for me and my current coaches, I decided that I was going to start guiding my new coaches right from the start to the Success Club tracker because I wanted to ingrain in them the importance of tracking your business, because I truly believe if you have a business, you have to be tracking it. If you are not tracking your business, you do not have a business. You have a hobby. I also realized that the Success Club tracking system, it helped my new coaches because they thought they were doing everything that they were doing. They thought that they were working so hard, but the Success Club tracking system made them realize, okay, I need to do more of this. I need to focus on this. I need to improve on this. Whatever the case may be. So yes, the Success Club tracking system was a game changer for me, for my current coaches, and for my newer coaches. The next thing I did, let's see if it goes. Yep, okay. The next thing I did was I upped my personal development, but I really focused on books based on leadership. So I read and listened to books like Leaders Eat Last by Simon Sinek and Permission to Screw Up by Kristen Habib. See, the thing was, I didn't know what a leader was. I didn't know how to be a leader. So I knew that I had to learn from other leaders. I had to learn from people who had already figured it out. And reading these books not only helped me realize that, give me tactical tips, tangible tips in order to step up my leadership game, but they also helped me realize I wasn't alone. We all start from ground zero. We all have no idea what we are doing, and we just have to figure it out along the way. So I knew that I needed to make a mental shift when it came to becoming a leader. Because like I said, I really never imagined myself as a leader before I started this business. I never imagined myself on this stage. So I had to start believing in my bones that I was that leader. Each day, I'd wake up and I would tell myself I was the leader that I wanted to be. I would make decisions based on that leader, and eventually my brain started believing that I was that leader. And that gave me the confidence to take even more action. Because I knew that I could not just sit there on the sidelines and expect myself to get better as a leader. I had to step up, I had to take action, and I had to learn from my failures. Because those failures were learning lessons, those failures made me grow. So that's exactly what I did. The next thing I did was I started changing my mindset. I really wanted to shift my mindset into a more giving mindset. And you guys will hear me talk about this a lot because I'm very passionate. Because I think in this business we tend to take a lot. And we tend to expect a lot from our coaches. We tend to expect a lot from just really everyone around us. When especially our coaches, they don't owe us anything. It's not on them if we see success. It's not up to them, it's up to us. So, I asked myself, I was expecting too much. So I started waking up every day and I started asking, how can I give back to them? How can I help them? How can I help them grow? Because this was so much more than a me thing. This was a team thing. This is something that we had to do together. So every day, I asked, how can I give back to them? And that changed everything for me. I wanted to find my go-getters because I was tired of dragging my team along, and I think we've all been there where we drag our team along and we have people that say they're gonna do things and then they don't, and you know what I mean. But I was tired of doing that. I didn't want to do that. I wanted to find the people that were willing to run, and I wanted to sprint with them. So this little shift in my mindset, it gave me such reassurance and hope that I was gonna find my team and I was gonna lead them exactly where we needed to be led. And that's exactly what happened. Now the next thing I did was I became more self-reliant. Now, I know this may sound harsh, but you have to learn to rely on yourself in this business. It's not up to your upline, it's not up to your team, it's not up to your significant other. It's not up to anyone but you. You are where you are at in this business because of you. If you want to move forward, you have that ability. If you want to move backward, you also have that ability. So you need to become more self-reliant if that's what you want to do, if you want to move your business forward. So I really stopped depending on my upline. I stopped making excuses for myself. I stopped second guessing myself. And I stopped doubting myself overall. No, I didn't know that I could be this amazing leader, but what was the harm in giving it my all? Because this is the one thing that I wanted to do. I also started creating a little bit like backup plans, because we know what happens in this business. People quit, you can't rely on everyone, and those backup plans, I just really started being smart about how I was building this business. And those backup plans helped me to stop doubting myself. It helped me to start believing in myself and just growing more and more. Now, the next thing I did is probably my favorite. And this is exactly what I wanted to do leading NLC. I wanted to create this team culture that I was so beyond proud of, that I just wanted to love the people that I worked with. And like I had said, at the end of 2018, I ended so strong in the eyes of others, but not in my eyes. My team culture wasn't there. That bond, that unbreakable bond that you see other teams have, that's what I wanted. And that's what I was striving to have. I wanted a team that I would do absolutely anything for. So I knew that it was on me. It wasn't on anyone else. If I wanted to create a different team culture, then I had to create a different team culture. If I wanted to create better friendships, it was all on me. The moral of the story is it's all on me. So that's exactly what I did. And the way that I did that was I started rewarding my coaches for their hard work, and I really showed them my appreciation on a personal level. Like I'm talking, I would voice message them, and I would just go out of my way to tell them how proud I am of their little wins. First climb, first coach, first rank advancement. whatever the case may be, I wanted them to know that I cared, because that's all they need. They just want to know that you care and you're there for them. I also understood that each person is very different and needs to be led differently. So, for example, I have some girls that have the personality where I need to reassure them more. I just need to be in their inbox, I need to be kind of cheering them on and just like, giving them some love. Whereas I have other coaches who really just love to be recognized publicly. So I would shout them out on my team calls, I would shout them out just in public, on my team calls, on my team page, whatever the case may be. And this was a game changer for them because they knew that I recognized them. And then I also started creating relationships that were so much more meaningful to me than just a work kind of relationship. I didn't want to just have that kind of relationship because I had it in the past and it wasn't my favorite. I wanted to be friends with my team. I wanted them to be people that would be in my wedding. I wanted them to be there for me no matter what. And I wanted it to mean something. I wanted this team to mean something. And that's exactly what happened. I just came back from a retreat. I was in Florida. We were celebrating going 10-star diamond team, and we were also celebrating top 10. And I see my girls out there. And I'm gonna try not to get emotional, but I was sitting around and we're just all laughing, talking. Everyone was drinking but me because I'm pregnant. And I just kind of had this moment. I just looked around and it was a full circle moment. This relationship, these people knew each other because I said yes to one thing and I kept working because of one thing. These people were in this room and they were my people. They were the people that were gonna be in my wedding. They are my best friends. And we have this unbreakable bond, and that is the one thing that I wanted so badly when I left NLC, and it is the one thing that I accomplished that I am so beyond proud of. I love my girls so much, and I'm obsessed with them. And I truly believe you have to be obsessed with your team if you ever want to grow and become a 10-star diamond team, or a 15-star diamond team, or a top 10 team. You guys, I never thought I'd be here. I'm gonna be honest. I never thought I would be the one giving this talk, or just talking here in general, because what? No, I never thought that. I was exactly where you were sitting 1 year ago. I was in that audience. I was listening to all the amazing speakers, and one thing I realized was you don't have to be special. And I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, I could never do what she did. I could never accomplish that in a year. No way, that's not me. I could never be the speaker on the stage. But I was thinking the same thing last year. I was thinking that I couldn't do that. I wasn't cut out for this. This wasn't supposed to be something for me. But then I was sitting there and I realized, why not me? Why not me? I deserve this. I deserve to work hard. I deserve to fight. I deserve to fight for my dreams. I deserve to put my best foot forward for myself, for my family, for my future family, for my team. I deserve that and so much more. Each of you has an opportunity in your hands. Each of you has this amazing gift, and you can either fight for it, or you can either walk away. You can either just work your little booty off to make it happen, or you can just give up. Each of you have this amazing opportunity, this gift, and you are one decision away from making it happen. Each day you wake up and you have a decision to show up and to put your all into everything that you do. And I think that it would be a disservice If you just let that go, if you just stopped dreaming big, if you just gave up on your hopes and your dreams and all that you wanted and more, I don't think you deserve that. I really don't. Each of you has this chance to be exactly where I am next year, to be on this stage. Each of you has that ability, and you are able to work for it and make it happen. Each of you can be right here. I'm not special. I have come so far from the girl that was once in her mom's basement, but I'm not special. I just realized what I deserved, and you guys need to realize what you deserve. So, each of you can be on this stage next year, and I only have one question for you. Who is it gonna be? Thank you, guys.